Record.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hey, Amanda. How's it going today?
Good. How are you?
I am good. It's a calm, rainy, little cloudy day here in Michigan. How is it by you?
It was rainy yesterday. It's actually a little chilly, but fall weather.
Oh,
and
yes.
I appreciate the fall weather. It was good for my walk. So
Awesome. That is awesome. So I guess, do we want to do our open?
yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I guess 1 and 2 and 3.
Unordinary conversations
with
Amanda
and Carolyn.
Yay!
So funny enough, I realized, and actually I know you realized too, because we just had this 1-second conversation, that we went from week 13 to week 15. And while everyone wants to race through their lives and fast, sometimes my message today is, rather than continuing to go forward and ignore the fact that you missed a week, we're going to say, oops, we made a mistake. And we went from 13 to 15. So we're recording number 14 today.
Yes, we are.
So the message in there, and I think the reflection upon my last week is, it is absolutely okay to back up and then go forward again. And if you need to back up again, that's okay. And if you make a mistake, to me, owning a mistake is really most of it, and then you can move on. So we're owning week 14 was missed.
Yes.
And I'm making light of this. I'm being a little silly and sarcastic, right? But I also just feel like fall back, right? It's fall back. It's okay to go back, and then it's okay to step up and reflect. So we're excited to be here. We're excited to be here for episode 14 introduction. That was long and painful, I'm sure.
It was good. No, but you'll probably see me put on episode 14 when I do the video, but you'll hear Carolyn's explanation of why we are doing episode 14 after 15 when you watch this. So hopefully you watch it. And
who says what comes first?
Huh?
Who says what comes first?
That's true. But yeah, but I'll still have it, because then when we do episode 4, well, yeah, we'll figure it out. But nonetheless. All right. Yeah. So do you want to ask me how my week went, or do you want?
Yeah, I want to hear how your last week was.
You want to ask me first? Okay.
How was your last week?
How was my last week?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I really am in a groove with understanding my internships. I work in the complex trauma arena, which is me, which I have expertise in and constantly learning. And I feel like the schedule and the people and everything is starting to feel really good. It takes some time just to really get to know, what am I doing? And I'm constantly learning there, but I love the people. I love what they do, staff and everybody else. And for classes, I feel like I can't believe it's going to be November after this week. So I'm getting through this semester in a good way. I've been able to do a lot of work there. So I'm really focused when I'm on campus. And then just in terms of like coaching and everything else, I really, I don't know. I feel like I'm just taking a pause to kind of go deeper, to see what it is and how I can really connect with the people I'm called to connect with. So it's been one of those just reflections and seeing like, where is it? How do I move forward there? So I feel like it's been good, but also just a lot of reflecting and taking a pause and really doing that kind of stuff. So for my week, I would say overall, today, I really felt like I started to do my own schedule a lot different. I made a commitment to myself that I haven't kept, that I definitely think is important. And that was, which I talked to you about, was just really having that morning routine for myself, which I call it my like morning love routine, right? So like, like being able to get up, going on a walk or run, working out, doing my, my journaling, my prayers, and all the things that are like like necessity. They're like critical for me to like do the rest of my day. And I've done some of it, but I really haven't kept it as a focus. Like it's just been, I was off with a lot of grief, you know, with my grandpa, and just like a lot of grief hit me this week. So I feel like I had to allow myself to take care of that. So in that, I would say, you know, with the grief and everything else, I really finally felt like today I started my routine, like everything is starting to get in place. And I felt like, okay, this is something I want to do. It's me, and I want to keep doing it. So my week was a lot of grief work, a lot of just reflection and appreciating learning skills, but finally also learning that I love the routine, or just like me taking that time in the morning is critical for the rest of my day. So that's my update.
Sounds like it was a very thoughtful week, right? Sometimes weeks are more thoughtful. Sometimes they have more action and, you know, activity. And it sounds like it was just more thoughtful. And I think it's important to have those moments, right? And then sometimes those moments also make the upswing, or whatever you want to call it, like the crazier weeks, more fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my week, and this is why I thought it was funny that we skipped 14 and now we're heading back, was kind of a like you, a week of reflection and learning, and really putting my feet firm, knowing that I don't know. I know a lot, and I know when I know. I feel like I intuitively know when I know, but I have found myself this past week not necessarily having the answers to all the questions, and that's reality, and that is life. And I feel like I have opened up. I've given I followed routine, which helped me get through this past week. And sometimes if you have a pit in your stomach, you just knowing that you have certain things that need to get done, you continue to move forward and get them done and reflect back. I'm always reflecting back to, you know, like last week and the week before and the year before and 10 years before, is that we've all come this far, and the journey is exciting, and this is all part of our story. And I needed to add some humor into it. So I wound up, for Queen LLC, I had a sound button made, and when you hit it, I will not annoy everybody right now, but I don't have one with me right now, but when you press it, it says Queen, it says Live, Love, Queen, and then it has my website on it, and then when you hit it, it's just utter laughter. And I think you can't forget the laughter. And it's right, you don't always have it, but now you can. With your Queen button, you can always have laughter. But it helped me, right? It helped me. And there's a lot of times to be serious, and a lot of times where, you know, you can weave some humor in, and it makes you feel good. And I actually feel like I did that for other people this past week. Someone I work with, I actually brought her the button. I'm like, I know you are absolutely not in the mood for this, so let me irritate you by pressing this. And like, it made her happy and she laughed, right? Like, we all kind of need a breath and a break. And I found this week laughter to be some good medicine for myself.
I'm glad that you were able to also, you know, be thinking, but also reflecting and knowing like you have learned a lot, but also are continuing to learn. And also that I love the addition of the button with the laughter on your Queen LLC website. And just a reminder that, yes, we do need the balance of laughter as well, because that does help us just really shift, right? It gives us a lot, we need balance. So it is good to have some focus time, but also the playful time is so important. So I love that you brought that up, Carolyn.
Thank you. So what else do we got going on today, this week, this month?
Oh, well, I mean, I can't, well, near the end of October, I would just say this week is really my focus to, it's an adventure. I've been on an adventure and almost 2 months into my shift, but I really feel like I'm focused, but just really wanting the strategies that I'm called to use this week. Yeah, it's just it's an interesting time. I don't know if I have all the words for what's going on, but it definitely is helping me keep focus on what I need to keep focus on, and keep my peace no matter what. So knowing what's ahead, but yet staying in the now and keeping your peace is so important. And so that is something I'm holding on to, is just keeping my today. I'm only here for today, and I can only have what I have for today. Yeah.
No, and obviously, I just feel like we always feel, we have similar feelings on the same days, but I feel that way also. And I feel like it's go time, and stand firm, and trust would be a big word for me. This week, I think I'm going to need patience and trust. And I'm also, like, so grateful. I had this, like, work is going really incredibly well, and I'm excited. I'm really excited, and it's interesting to have all these emotions balled up, and like sometimes you know what to do with them and sometimes you don't. And I think that's just okay, and it's good to talk about it and have this conversation with you. So thank you so much.
No, thank you. Yeah, I definitely think it's good. Okay, so do you want me to ask you something? You know how we have our little questions?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm ready. You're first today. I do have yours, but you go first.
Okay, so this will be fun, because I was thinking about my phrase. So if you could use 4 words to describe you, what would you say? I mean, just for fun, like what would you say about maybe what you bring? So I'm just curious.
Okay. I bring opportunity. Am I answering that right? Like, does that fit in with the?
It could just be like four words, and it could be whatever you want. Like you could say I am blank, or it could be like 4 words that go together that kind of wrap you up in one little four word phrase. I know I'm having you do a mental.
Okay. No, I love it. It's good. But well, and I guess you can't do it wrong, right?
You can. So whatever you think of for yourself.
Okay, so I am absolutely positive I bring opportunity to people who are ready to receive it, and that's friends and family and people I don't know, and I'm just always trying to connect an opportunity. I think I am really funny. I think that I'm when I say funny, I would say more quick-witted, and I am spontaneous in my humor. So sometimes what comes out of my mouth is like, oh my God, did she really just say that? Or did she really just do that? And that's just who I am. And it's fun. And I think I've always been that way. I actually, something really big is I am absolutely positive that I love myself. I am a loving person, and it begins with me. And that's been something like really I've had to be thinking about this week, not because of me, but just other things going on is, do I really love myself? Do I accept myself? One of the words I picked this week was self-acceptance. And I was just like, not sure what to do with picking that, but I really think that I need to think about it. And I feel like it's a journey to always accept ourselves. So I think, or I know I love myself. I'm loving and I love myself. And then number 4 is I am a great support person. So I gave you four good things. Do you want 4 bad things?
No. So I was thinking, like if you had 4 words for it, I feel like I pulled out of that, which was good. You explained them, was like connector, of opportunities, quick-witted, loving, and supportive.
I would say that does wrap it up. That's great. I love that you asked that. That's such a good question.
Cool. Do you want to hear mine?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay. So this is it. Well, I just have 4 words, literally. So intensely passionate, passionately playful.
Oh, I love that.
That's like me wrapped up in, if you could take that down, like not all of it, but like if you had to like think of like how I'm designed, that is what I would say of myself.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And the more I know you, the more I can say that that's true.
I love it. See, so that was a little activity. So yeah.
I think that's really, really good. And I'm actually glad you did yours too. So I'm going to ask you, even though that was that was a double question. You get a double
I know I
question
get a double question. I know.
If you, not if, as you look into this following week, what do you ask your spiritual protection for the most?
That's like actually a good question. But I was really actually last week, we didn't go into it, but I was really focused on self-protection, to be honest, and how to unravel that, because we self-protect a lot. But I would say for me, it's more trusting that I know that'll be okay. I actually had something happen before this and it would have really threw me, but I felt protected for sure. Even in an unsafe situation, like all weekend, I've had different things happen. I felt safe and protected. I would say this week protected in that I am, I'm protected in that like everything that's supposed to happen in terms of like provision and being provided for is going to happen, even if I have no clue what that looks like. So for me, I think it's more that. Hi, buddy. There's our friend, our dog. He's part of our show, which is good. But no, I think that's kind of more of it, like knowing that like things are going to be like aligning for that. So I would imagine like protected in that everything is going to be happening. Some things will be happening so that I can yeah.
All right, so spiritual protection.
Yeah, I mean, I guess more so like that things are, yeah, like I guess you can go into like all the different areas because like you know that you're gonna be okay and that
Right.
everything's gonna, yeah, this week. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and since you answered yours, I'll answer. I'm gonna answer too.
Okay.
Just because I feel like it's important and I want to put it out is that I want to see and listen and know what to do and communicate clearly to get what I need for myself and for other people.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's it.
I like that.
Do you have your, thank you. Do you have your quote?
I do have a quote. Okay, so I like this one. I think is just for me as I'm going through. This is about hope. I always like about hope because if you have hope, it's good. Like hope is what we need, is our anchor. So at the end of the day, all you need is hope and strength. Hope that it will get better and strength to hold on until it does.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That is amazing.
Yeah, I like that. Me too.
Actually, maybe I could ask you later to send that to me.
Okay.
I just,
yeah. I might post it in my one group. I have a community group. Maybe I'll do that and then you'll see it. But yeah.
Okay, that would be cool. I saw something today and I took a snapshot of it. So I'm looking down because I have to read it. I don't know it by heart. Okay. But it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Start a new career at 40, fall in love at 50, learn to dance at 60, start a whole new life at 70. Stop saying you can't, you can, and you should, and dreams don't have an expiration date.
I like it. Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. And it says who it's by, but it's like I can barely read it and I don't know that it's important who said it. I just think that I don't know, it's everything we've been saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
no,
no expiration dates. Like we can keep going and going and going. Right.
I like that. And it also really encapsulates something that I feel like everybody tries to do. And maybe this could be something we could do a talk on at some point, but it's like being behind. You're not behind. So many times we think we're behind. And I've been there, done that for different areas of my life because I feel like so many areas of my life I haven't, it's just like going to burst forth. And it was like painful until like I realized like I'm not behind. Like, but for me, it's a different perspective, knowing that like like for my faith, like I don't need to have it be like the world can say you have to be this by this day or this by this day. And sometimes that doesn't work out in your life for many different reasons, right? Some things that I might have, needed to learn the journey, other factors, whatever, but that there's so much more to life. Like, I love that there's so much more, like, I just feel like I started to live, and I just don't feel my age, but like starting to live, and like, well, I don't think you're old till you're 100. And even if you are 100, you can still dream. There's so many people that like stop dreaming early.
Exactly.
And I think that dreaming, and because like dreaming keeps us alive, like imagination and dreaming and creating, we're born to do that. So I love that you said that, and I agree with it now. I mean, there years ago I may not have, but now I definitely agree.
Right. There's not, yep. It's when it's right for us, and when we're ready for it, we'll take it.
Yeah,
and sometimes we get all excited because we think we're ready for something, and then it doesn't happen. And that's why I look at those situations as we're just not ready for it yet. It's not a disappointment. I mean, it can be for a second, whatever, but it's more that it's going to come in a more opportune time, right?
Yeah, and it'll be worth it, that wait or whatever it is, it'll be worth the wait. That's what I say.
Worth the wait.
I agree, right? Worth the wait. So if you're out there and you have different things you're waiting on or dreaming, and sometimes you put your dreams down. So if you're out there and you put your dream down and that deep down it's what you love in your heart, pick it back up. It's sometimes I think we get wary and we get hopeless because we don't see it come to fruition, and then we like throw it away. But I always remember, even when I was growing up, Thomas Edison, right? He it took him, I don't know, 1,000 times. I could be wrong. One of them took 1,000 times. So he had to get the light bulb, and he had to do that 1,000 times. So 999 times he did not have the light bulb go on. And other people, right? Other people who've done different stuff for copywriting, or even Abraham Lincoln, I think he went for different offices and he didn't get in for a while. So just like anyone else, if you give up too quickly, the next time might be your moment. So
exactly.
If that's you.
Just really quick, it makes me laugh because when I was I'm not sure what grade it was, but I was younger and I ran for class, I don't know, vice president or president. It was whatever, one of those positions. Mm-hmm. And every time I ran, I lost. But I kept running thinking, I can win this time. And I didn't. I mean, I did in lots of other ways, but it makes me laugh because I feel like it gave me stamina to keep going, because sometimes it does never happen, right? And I just, that's something in my head. I remember how hurtful it was, but then I feel like it's also such a driving force in me of like, you're not going to tell me no, I got this, So anyways, I hope everyone will ask for strong spiritual yeses this week. Yes to be whatever yes means for you as an individual. And like you said, be aware. And it's also a good idea to journal and write some of these things down so you can remind yourself during the week what you want this week.
Yes, absolutely. I love it.
Oh, so that was awesome. That was an awesome 14.
It was a great, awesome 14. So thank you everyone who's watching, and definitely tune in we'll now be on track, we think, next week for episode 16. Woohoo. So you'll get to hear that. So with that said,
and just really quick, we do have an in-person, we're going to be in person for the first time in a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
And I think we'll do a special, I don't know, we're going to talk about it. I'm bringing it up random, but I thought it would be cool to do something in person.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, we will do it in person. So that'll be fun to actually be in person together.
Yes.
Instead of on our Zoom, we can be on Zoom together or something like that.
And we can tell the story of how we're going to wind up together that day. We'll just
that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, cool. And be cool. So with that said, you want to and as always, you can find us on Unordinary Conversations on LinkedIn page. You can like us. I usually will try to have people follow us too. Like sometimes Carolyn might go on, but I tend to go on and look as well. And then we post them on our page. So if you like it and you appreciate it, please share it with other people. You can message us if you have, you have any questions or any feedback on how we can continue to enhance it. We're always wanting feedback, like good feedback, but also if there's some things you're like, hey, this might be more helpful, we're open. So
Mhm.
with that said, we are
Okay.
going to end with our favorite little, our beginning is our ending somehow.
Yes,
All right.
okay.
Unordinary
Unordinary conversations
conversations with Amanda.
and with Carolyn. And thank you. We're lucky
Thank
to have you guys.
Yes, catch you next week.
See you
Bye.
later. Have a good one.